So Yonela, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Plan of Action show, where it's your 15 minutes of fame to tell us a little bit about who you are, how you joined Value Add. Oh, I've got an echo here. Hang on, let me close this.
Okay.
Actually, let me play that. How you joined Value Add. There we go. I'll get rid of the echo. So you can tell us a little bit about how you joined Value Add and what it's meant for you. So tell us firstly about who you are.
Okay, thank you so much. Hi everyone, my name is Yonela. So currently I work as a marketing and communications project officer for an organization called Youth Health Africa. So essentially, I assist with the social media content plans and just everything to do with marketing the organization. So that's really what I'm passionate about, and that's what I'm interested in. And I think also just passionate about storytelling as well, which is part and parcel of what I do at the organization.
Oh, nice.
And that's also how I joined Value Add, because through communication with Value Add and Youth Health Africa, I was then able to get the opportunity to join Value Add. And so far, I would definitely say I've learned a lot about, I think more than anything, I would say reassuring myself that I'm doing okay, being able to see and hear what other people are doing in their own careers, and just getting that reassurance that, you're doing okay. So for example, things like the one session that I joined around networking, that's always been a very difficult thing for me to sort of navigate around, because I can be very shy, especially networking yourself as a person, because I remember the conversation was about how do you sell yourself. Let's say you've got the CEO of whatever in the room, and that you need to talk to that person, and your mission cannot be accomplished until you've spoken to that person in this particular session. How do you go about doing it? So I remember asking, how exactly do you do that? Because those kinds of things are very important, from my perspective in terms of my career, to be able to market yourself, to market the company that you're working for, and just to follow through. So I remember there was conversations about, first of all, you must plan what it is that you're going to say to that person, how exactly you're going to approach the conversation. So you need to plan it ahead. So it's something that I do when I go to networking events, but I thought maybe I'm overthinking it, I'm not doing that properly. And I think that reassurance for me was really great, to be told that, yes, you should plan, ahead of time. What questions are you going to ask the person? Is it necessary to even talk to that person? And the follow through. And then I think another important thing that I learned from those kinds of sessions was things like LinkedIn. I have always, I think when I had a LinkedIn profile, I wasn't sure about how exactly I should navigate around LinkedIn. But I think the conversation that was had in that session was that it's important, especially with networking. You meet someone and then it's like, hey, let's connect on LinkedIn. That's really your opportunity to make a lasting impression and to carry through with the conversation. So it's something that I was not sure of in the moment until, that session that I was able to attend really reassured me that, things like selling yourself, marketing yourself is so important. So those social media marketing, marketing yourself, networking sessions, those ones were very important for me, and ones that I really took a lot from. And so I'm applying those kinds of things in the work that I do. And so for example, in Youth Health Africa, we work a lot with other young people like myself. So we always have to remind and encourage and reassure people about how to build your career. Even if you're unemployed, for example, you shouldn't consider yourself as unemployed. You should consider yourself as actively seeking employment. So you're a job seeker at this point. So those kinds of sessions, work readiness sessions, how to build up your CV. All those things have really helped me in terms of talking to other people, and sort of engaging on how I can take those lessons and send it forward. So moving forward, I'm hoping to be able to share that information and take it from there.
No, fantastic. You must bring them on, those others. They must come and join Value Add and share in the community. I think, Yonela, you've touched on a few things there that are so important. I mean, I think, when you're actively seeking, I'd even go as far as to say actively seeking financial, reward or financial stability. Whether that financial stability comes from actually a job, or whether that comes from you creating that capability, is something that I think it's something we should pass on to young people, because the potential for you to earn based on something that you're good at is higher now than it's ever been before. So that's fantastic that you're telling people around those, and you're passing it on, because paying it forward is also very important, right? If you learn something, pay it forward and pass it on. Tell me something. Do you have a mantra that you live by? I know sometimes when we do plan of action, people have a quote that they have, or something that they really anchor themselves on. Is there anything very specific that you have around that area?
So I recently, when I beginning of the year, a quote that I came across is, if you can't be motivated, be consistent. So when I first saw it, I was like, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. How can you, do something when you're not motivated? But then I applied it to, for example, thinking about if you're someone who wants to lose weight or become, actively fit. So it's one of my many New Year's resolutions. So I applied that and I started to see what exactly it meant. For example, you tell yourself that you need to go to the gym at least 3 times a week. And you say Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to go to the gym. And then on the morning when you wake up, you don't feel like going, but you go anyway. And that feeling after you've went is the consistency. You were not motivated to go. There was nothing pushing you to go, but what you told yourself in your head is that I need to go, because that's just what I've told myself. So I've applied that quote to, work, to, personal life as well, that sometimes you're not motivated to do something, but if you have told yourself that this is something I just have to do, that's the consistency. And with the consistency, then comes the motivation. So yeah, definitely.
Wow, Yonela. Wow, that's a book right there. That's a book. You know what? Not many people get that.
Yeah.
Not many people get it. That's starting one. Firstly, not many people read it, right?
Yeah.
And when they've read it, they don't get it. So they don't even try to internalize it. And they've read it and they internalize it. Very even fewer go and try and practice it, even though they don't agree with it.
Yeah.
And then when they've practiced it, almost nobody actually goes and then implements it in other parts of their life. It is absolute. So what I try to tell people is that it's discipline that creates motivation.
Yeah. Exactly.
And discipline is habit behavior that you're doing all the time. And habit behavior that you're doing all the time is consistency, right? And it is to your exact point, when you come out of the gyms, when you feel good, right? When you wanted to go, you didn't feel good. You do that repetitively enough. Your body.
I'm not sure I understand.
There's my phone now. There's Siri. What happens is that what you're doing is you're creating a new condition for your body, right? So you literally have 2 states. You have a mental state and a body state, right? And the mental state is very cognitive, it's very rational, it's very thinking, it's very aware. It says, hey, lose weight. Hey, read a book. Hey, don't do that. Hey, the body state is like, you know what? Nah, don't feel like it today. Read books.
Exactly.
Your eyes go, no thanks, want to watch telly. You know,
Mm.
your mouth and lips go, that popcorn or that whatever would taste really good right now. So the body is on a completely different wavelength to the mind.
Mm.
So what the mind does, which it has the capability of doing, other than vice versa, as much, is to say to the body, okay, go do this whether you like it or not, right?
Yeah.
You get up and you go do it. You do that consistently enough, the body then takes over the mind's point of view. So you keep going to the gym, keep going. 6 months, 8 months, you just go consistently. Try at your 10th month or whatever month it is for your mind to go, hey, I'm not in the mood. Your body is going to go, hell no, we're going to the gym.
Right? You have to go.
Your body feels terrible if you've gone a day or two without going to the gym. It's like, you know, your body and mind are like, oh, come on, I don't. So I've got my water here, right? I don't drink. I never before the 2nd of January, hardly ever drank water.
Wow.
Yonela, I drink 4 liters of water a day now. I drew 4 of these a day. If I don't get through 4 of these a day, my body, since the 2nd of January, goes, what the heck, you know, and really fights me. I remember last night, I actually even went slightly over 4 liters because my body was fighting, and I was like, hey, we've had enough. My body was like, I need water, give me more water. So it's almost like you get that. Absolutely amazing you got that. And the way you got it is not to go, this doesn't make sense, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to cut out that piece so that we're going to spread that piece very, very specifically. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well done. Absolutely. So what would you say to others around joining Value?
I think what I would say is, I think if I can apply that same quote, you know, talking about if you can't be motivated, you must be consistent, right? So it takes, you know, a lot of consistency in order to, you know, really gather, get something from the sessions, but it's very important for you to start, you know, in that moment. So I think I would definitely encourage people who are keen to push forward and get everything that you can from it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that quote is really, really good. I'm even going to use it myself, right?
Consistent. For drinking your water.
Oh, geez, yeah. Well, it's actually, it's a lot of things. So I changed my life at the 2nd of January. So, you know, I train twice a day now, 45 minutes. I drink water, I read 10 pages of a book. And as much as I've been doing it, you know, for a long time every day, when I have days when I don't do it, I can feel, if I don't read 10 pages of a book, I can feel something's wrong, right?
Exactly.
Really gone off for that, for me. And I've actually had my brother who's had to say to me, look, you know, because we're doing the same thing. He says, no, look, the body needs rest, right? So as much as you train twice a day and as much as you drink 4 liters of water, I haven't had a drop of sugar since January the 2nd. Not a drop.
Wow.
No, I don't even eat fruit.
Wow.
I eat nothing with sugar in it. Absolutely nothing. So
well done.
And no carbohydrates, nothing, no red meat, nothing. So he then says, you know, as your body is going through an evolution and you're being consistent, there will be moments where the body breaks down and goes, and then you need to give it its rest and then you need to come back. But that is a powerful, powerful, powerful phrase. So tell us again what you're doing before we end off in terms of how do you see where your future plans in your life is going to go? How are you planning and mapping that out?
So I'm a project officer at Youth Health Africa under the Marketing and Communications Department. And, you know, obviously my long-term plans, it's a very new organization. We recently celebrated 3 years, and I've been working at the organization for 2 years this year. So I'm obviously wanting to grow within the company, expand the department, expand, you know, share more of the work that we're doing. You know, I've been very fortunate to get opportunities like Value Add, for example, to develop myself and my career, and then apply those things that I've learned to, at work. So that's really what I'm hoping to do, to grow within the organization, to get, more opportunities to share more stories and grow my personal skills as well. Yeah, that's me.
Yonela, you're the future. So I can sit back
you.
and retire very soon. Put my feet up on a rocking chair there in Cape Town, staring into the sea, because the country's in good hands for the future. So thank you very much for being
Thank you so much.
who wants to develop themselves, somebody who is improving themselves, somebody who's trying to be the best version of what they were created for on this planet. But even more than that, thank you for paying that forward in the work that you do. And we continue to look forward to having you in the community of Value Add.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful Saturday, and we will catch you soon.
Thank you. Sure.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.